Hey everyone, today we got Rhino. Yes, only high explosions Rhino. And as you can see, it's 640 alpha, 127 penetration. That's pretty decent high explosions, I would say. But obviously, the challenge was not so easy, I would say. Expectations for this tank was pretty high, I would say. Well, for texture tank although, and only high explosions was a little bit rough. Anyway, for this tank, this challenge, obviously we were using a try-hard setup with experimental level 3 turbo, HP, hard ring, should I say, right, and verticals with directives verticals as well. This setup was for close range battles like this one, and trust me, this setup is quite good for this tank. Although we had an open map setup, which instead of hard ring, we went for optics, so we can have more view range and a little bit better gun handling overall. So the tank was pretty boosted, let's say like that, but the challenge was also boosted. Let's get real, it's not easy though. Obviously that shot was pretty easy to Centurion, and well, Arta is well arbored, let's get real. Even though we did not penetrate Arta, it doesn't mean nothing. This gun sometimes gonna make you smile, and you can check it out on upcoming clips. Luckily he did not pen me. Chat, juicy. Juicy. Oh. Oh, set on fire on the end. Oh my. Can you kill him? Oh, baby. Manticore never been spotted. He's there, right? No. What just happened? Did I just ammo with the high explosions? So yeah, the gun sometimes gonna make you happy, trust me. It made me multiple times happy, but at the same time, multiple times I was doing like 20, 50 damage and so on, and I couldn't penetrate anyone. And trust me, it will be a little bit frustrating. Although, you know how the people saying, if you can't pen, just flank, right? By the way, that was a blind shot to Sue. Maybe not. We snap another one, just to clarify, that was a shot to Sue 130 PM for 670 alpha. Few times I have even roll of 750 and so on. I had none of 760, but trust me, that is so cool. When you snap someone, trust me, they don't expect you that you're gonna have a full high explosions loaded. And when you see those beautiful FVs in the game or grillies, oh, 2 shots over 1000, it's just magnifical. But anyway, less about this. Gun, it was really behaving well, and I think so Rhino is one of the really underrated tanks in the game. I would highly recommend to try this tank. And you need to ignore one fact. Yes, he don't have DPM, but you don't need DPM. When you have such a huge alpha damage, you don't need DPM. You just make sure that you're gonna use first and second shell, and the third one, always keep it for the end. Don't use it, and only use when you're sure that you're gonna have nothing to do for the rest of the 40 seconds, let's say like that. And well, in this situation it will be rough because it's gonna be well, I'm one-shottable now already. Sue 130 PM did really great job. He did a massive 3 shots to us. Each shot went for 556, 558, 523, so we were a paid actor for him, obviously. We gave him a blind shot definitely now, so happy days. He just lost 600 to 700 HP unless we low roll, which is impossible, probably, but you never know. I want to show you this game that this tank is capable to do a lot, even with the high explosions, and at the same time, this position, which one I'm using now, I find out just on this game, and I think so that's pretty well really great, well-rounded position. Especially when you get to this position, you are not able anymore to run away. And if you try to run away in F2 position, they will punch you because you will have no engine power to drive real quick and you will be stuck. So they're gonna shoot you. So this cover is just perfect because you got an angle on left and right and middle. So if you got a situation like I had in this, try to use this position and trust me, it will work out. Well, you will see what's gonna happen in the near future. There is a DBV left, Su-130 PM, AMX CDA, so Char Futur, and all these tanks are pretty fluffy. DBV peaking sideways, a 611, and that's exactly what I mean about this tank. If you got a chance to penetrate someone, you will, because 127mm penetration, it will shred. But at the same time, you need to have some paid actors like this guy. We take him out from the game in 2 shots, simple shots. Obviously, we could... Squirrel coming from the side, I don't know how he came there. He's trying to kill us, can we save it? He can pen even without aim. 10 HP, just bounced the last 186 damage. And we're still in the game with the 10 HP, holy moly. We're supposed to be dead, we're really lucky with the last bounces. And also Mix pushed us, we tried to snap him Cupola. Unfortunately that did not went through. And now we are 10 HP down, I think so. For enemy, just enough to shoot high explosions. AMX also was pushing, for some reason, I don't know, I think so my shitbank and Skoda scared them away, or scared him away. So we were really lucky in this situation. We should be dead already, but RNG was, finally we was. And trust me, this tank don't have armors. Once I was trying to pick against the Jack Panzer E100, and that's Skoda, anyway, Skoda have armors as well. And Jack Panzer E100 pen us in the turret, obviously, like nothing, because we are flat green, even with the standard rounds against Jack Panzer. So, don't forget that. So, if you gotta load the gold, I think so, you got no chance. And that's exactly what I mean when I'm picked against Jack Tiger standard rounds. He penned me there like nothing. And then imagine if he loads the gold rounds. I mean, don't try to tank with this tank. Trust me, it's not gonna work out against especially Jack Tiger E100. Although if you're gonna pick against E100 standard rounds, which is 246 penetration, you got a bigger chance, trust me, way bigger chance to actually bounce. So, but you still got a nasty weak spot, so you need to watch out of that. Although if you're gonna load the gold rounds, once again, you got no armors. So it's, yeah, just don't brawl, kind of. Be careful. So just to clarify, it's 4.1 thousand plus. So it's pretty high, I would say, for a Tech 3 tank. And, well, that's understandable. The tank is pretty good, in my opinion. And stop saying that this tank have no DPM. It has. It has a big alpha. That's what you need. You don't need DPM. You got alpha, so 1-2 shots and you're good to go. One shot, 636 to the side of face. Can we do one shot to the side? Well, we connected. Unfortunately, only 152. We're gonna try to sneak across, which can cost us a death. Although he didn't manage to shoot us, so that's a good cross. Now only left to get an extra shot on his side and lower plate. Obviously, there is no... Exactly, that's what I mean. 53 damage to the heavy lower plate, and nothing we can do about it. We can just scratch him and he can laugh. But as you saw in the previews, Amaroks are capable really well in this tank, so I'm obviously joking. Anyway, that was a pretty good game. 5.6 thousand visible, and a rough game. We could be dead multiple times, but overall we got a first class, almost 3,000 damage, 600 assistance, 4 kills. We gave a blind shot to Su-130. Mines are beautiful, I can tell you. I don't care anymore which side I play, and especially with the Rhino, I would love to play in the middle, but I don't have high explosions, so the best I will choose H2 position, which is a great position now. It was before, but now you got a hold down plus bush, and when you want to get there, you don't need to go anymore through the K line. You can just pass on the J3 position like I'm gonna do now, because you're safe. Obviously, you can still get the shots if someone will be fast enough. But you got to hold downs over here so you can cross, especially in the fast tank. And Rhino is pretty fast, to be fair, almost 50. So you can cross like a champ. Obviously, you can get shots, so don't be surprised. We're crossing without receiving any shot. And now, what left? Just take that hull down. Although IS-7 gonna be dodging, trying to push us. I hope so. He's gonna get shredded before he manage. They're gonna try to track him. Someone else tracked, and we did 125 damage to the splash, to the ground. And can he make it? Nope. IS-7 did a good job. He's out from the game. That was a good start for him, I guess. And now I got a really decent position, and as you can see, nothing happening. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks, 6 enemies. STV trying to push. Easy assistance, 1.3 thousand from STV, paid, definitely. 2.2 thousand in the pocket. We're gonna try to do out of range shot for Waffle-Träger. 2 Waffle-Trägers. Can we do another one? None of them connection, unfortunately. Although, you can always try. Anyway, it's time to push, it's time to dominate, because enemy is plenty of enemies over here, so we're gonna be a light tank. Because we got already 3000 spotting and a massive 125 damage in the pocket. So we're gonna try to a little bit dominate. We got HP, which is 2.3 thousand, more than enough. And there's a Waffle-Trägers who got things spotted. And can we get one snap? Yes, almost 700. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, this tank. It is awesome when you can meet a fluffy tanks in the game. And you can eliminate them just like by few shots. I'm not even talking about mediums. 2 shots on the mediums and they are down fartable, which is amazing. Object 268 getting spotted. We don't have a shot. So we're gonna save the reload. We're gonna wait for a reload instead of shooting and giving him 50 damage. DBV somehow getting spotted. One to the side once again. A beautiful massive damage. Almost 700. It's just so tasty when you actually manage to hit those shots. It is honestly tasty. And all enemy waiting in the base, trying to shoot a Leopard to the side. Unfortunately, the shell went somewhere weird. It could be that someone actually was standing in the front of him, so that could be a blind shot to someone else. And Leopard still got a blind shot, so he's unlucky a little bit. Waffle-Träger taking the shot to the gun. Unfortunately, GSR have a new protection. And we hitting the ground. And now is the moment when we're going for a full reload. But still, GSOR 1006 getting spotted by us. And giving us a massive 1000 spotting. Which is crazy. And this is the moment where enemy got no team anymore. And we need to W. You don't care anymore. Just press W. Try to angle or wiggle. Don't give them easy shots. Trade your damage like a champ. Don't think about it. You're gonna lose some HP, you're gonna lose. But if you wanna get more assistance or more damage, you need to W. It's 10. Oh, sorry. It was 10 to 1. Now it's 12 to 1. Now it's 13 to 1. And as 3 getting spotted, I'm gonna save my shell for Judas 033 because I got the spotting anyway. So Judas still have full HP. We're gonna try to get all the assistance, although he for some reason decided to pick in the front and he's out from the game as well. 15 to 2. Balance. I got a one blind shot. I got one blind shot. Yes! Yeah! Yeah, let's go! Let's go! Let's freaking go, baby! Oh, yeah! How much is the fish, guys? How much is the fish? We got a free box. High explosions only, Rhino. High explosions only, Rhino. How many games it took? 166 games. 3.2 average damage and 1000 assistance. Chat. Another challenge completed. So yeah, that was Rhino only high explosions marked. We marked it in 166 games with almost 3.3 thousand damage per game, 1021 average assistance, and that went pretty well in my opinion. Only high explosions, I would say that's pretty good, and it was kind of enjoyable, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, that was a good challenge, we completed. Next upcoming challenge, we almost done, and it's 907 only standard rounds. Tune in to my Twitch channel and let's see the live stream, how we managing that. After that will be left. Anyway, hope you like it and subscribe it, and see you soon. Goldpack is out. Bye bye.